Ciao a tutti e bentornati sul mio canale. Hello there everyone. Welcome to another Italian pronunciation video, this time for the aria Una furtiva lagrima from L'Elisir d'amore. We will explore the tips and tricks to help you sing your aria without accent and also discuss the proper open and close vowels and other non-phonetic things such as phrasal, doubling, and assimilation. But before we do that, please direct your attention to the description of this video below. Please head over to patreon.com/JohnMario in order to support my work. This is one of the many things I do for a living, so if you like these videos and I have saved you time and money in your preparation, please consider becoming a patron at whatever level you feel comfortable today. Also, in the description box below, you'll see links to my various websites, my Facebook fan page. Please give me a visit and a like if you have a moment. Also, there's a link to the pronunciation dictionary on the Rise site. You may follow the link below or type into a search engine RAIDOP. It will take you to the site. At this site, you can type in any Italian word, and there's a playback button, and it will be pronounced back to you by a native Italian speaker. Also, there are full lines of text and demonstrates what I call non-phonetic Italian, shows you phrasal doubling and assimilation. Now, if you're new to those terms, after a couple of my videos, you should have a really good idea of what I'm talking about. So today's aria is Una furtiva lagrima. First off, we will go through it, read it through line by line, very slowly. And then we'll break it down word by word and examine a lot of the mistakes that I hear in audition or in performance. Also, we can also hone your Italian as we go along. So here we go. Here is the line by line. Una furtiva lagrima negli occhi suoi spuntò, quelle festose giovani, iŋvidiar sembrɔ, che più cercando io vo, mamma, lo vedo, un solo istante i palpiti del suo bel cor sentir, i miei sospir coŋfondere, per poco a suoi sospir, i palpiti sentir, coŋfondere i miei suoi sospir. Ciɛlo si può mmorir, di più non chiɛdo. Okay, so pretty short text. Now let's go through word by word and examine a lot of the common mistakes I hear when I hear this aria. Okay, so and we'll also break it down, and we'll go through some pronunciation principles as we go through word by word. So the first word is una. So printed U is always U, printed A is always A, right? So final A remains A and pure, no matter what happens. And English speakers have a tendency to make final A, right? So as in America, right? In this word, una, no, una, make sure you get to a. So we'll talk about the difference between Italian vowels and English vowels, okay? We have a lot of the same sounds in English except for they're not pure. So you hear about pure vowels all the time, but how exactly do we achieve this? It is by not letting your jaw glide, okay? So in English, if we say ooh, our jaw will slowly close, or ah, our jaw will close. So in Italian, it just stays, right? Ooh, ah. Okay, and you can also practice doing ooh, ah, una. Okay, now here's the other thing in this word is that there's a single N, right? So you can either have single N or double N, and there's a big difference in Italian, right? So I will hear people do double N in this word, and it's wrong. Una. So how exactly do we do double N? It's by holding the tip of the tongue and having phonation. that makes double N, right? So you can make this mistake, una, right? Una. So we don't let the tongue hold the note in phonation for even a millisecond. Una. You can also practice ua, very, very generous vowels, and you can get rid of that double N. Una. Let's go on. Furtiva. So again, we have a final a that will be very, very pure, and we have a printed U and a printed I. Printed I is always E in Italian. No matter what position it's in a word, it is always E. Now, R's can either roll or be flipped. And the rule for that is when an R touches a consonant, it rolls. So in this word, furtiva, it hits a T. So that consonant makes the R roll. Okay, later on when we have an R in between vowels, we will demonstrate how it flips and it's different. So furtiva. The other R characteristic that we have in Italian is that it has no influence on the vowel, right? So F-U-R in English would be fur, right? And the R would bleed into the U. In this case, it's U-R, fur. Okay, so you can practice separating your U. Now also we have single V. Single V and double V are different in Italian, right? So if you say furtiva, you are incorrect because you have made a double V, right? Furtiva. Again, you're not going to let the V stop you for an instant, and that's how you have single V. Going on, lagrima. Now you'll see the word for tears, lagrima, spelled either with a G or with the C. The two words are synonymous. They mean exactly the same thing. You'll even see in a Verdi libretto that you'll have it spelled sometimes in the same aria different ways. It doesn't really mean anything, right? So it just depends on whatever the librettist or the composer wanted to use at the moment. In this case, it's lagrima. Sometimes later you'll see it as lacrima, right? So lagrima, in this case, G. Again, this R will roll because it touches a G, okay? And we've already had the A principle of not neutralizing or not harmonizing. Okay, going on, you have the word negli. So E comes in two forms, right? Printed E, which is called A in Italian, right? So there's the closed form, A, and there's the open form, A. The closed form is exactly the way you see it in Times New Roman font, is A, right? And the open form is with the Greek looking letter with a rounded edge, and that's A, right? So A is like hay is for horses, or hey as in hello, hey, right? Or and then the open E is like the E in head, that S sound. Okay, now the difference is, again, when we say in English, we say hey, our jaw moves. In Italian, it just stays. Open E, head, our jaw will move. You'll see I'll go slowly to an I vowel. In Italian, it stays. Okay, so in this case, this word is negli, right? Negli. Now the second part of the word, the GLI, has a very complex structure, and you can't rush any of it. So the ending part is yi, right? It's preceded by an L on the tip of the tongue. Li. So you can practice yi. Li. So now the L has to have phonation at the beginning of it, right? To get this whole word correct. Negli. Negli. So you can practice breaking that up. So GLI is always li. Okay, going on. Ɔcchi. So now we have our first open O, and that's an IPA. It's a broken circle, right? So it's like AW in English, like I saw, right? But in English, again, we close our jaw, so it's not pure. Saw. You see that glide, right? There's no glide in Italian. It is pure. O, right? So, and then there's closed O, which is like in oats in English, again without the glide. And when I do oats, I slowly go to an I, O, right? So the closed form just means that it's O. It doesn't mean it's any more shut, it's shut down or it's closed versus the open form, right? So you'll hear a lot of teachers telling you to either avoid closed vowels or to be careful with closed vowels. They are absolutely correct. You don't want to have them in head resonance and right on your vocal cords when you sing. You want to have like the space of shouting, right? Without the pressure of shouting, right? A good thing to do closed O and closed E is to just think about saying, hey, Joe, right? Hey, Joe. That's your vertical space for closed E and closed O. Okay, so in this word we have ɔcchi. We also have a double K sound, right? So how do we do a double K sound? So do we actually say two Ks? Do we say ɔcchi? Actually, no, we don't. Watch me do it again. For singing, ɔcchi. You see what I do? I go up to the K and I don't say it. Ɔcchi, right? Now, I just exaggerated the space. You have to do it in the time that you have to sing. But just for practice, it's good to exaggerate the space, but also elongate the aw before the double K. Ɔcchi. Okay, so ɔcchi, ɔcchi. You see how I'm doing that, right? One of the mistakes I'll hear is people will sing ɔcchi because we're told that, yes, you shorten the vowel before, but the vowel is long and then it's shortened, then it's stopped before the double K. Okay, so why is it K? Because CI would be chi in Italian. The H, which is a silent letter in Italian, is just there to tell you that the CHI is chi. It hardens it, right? So let's also talk about Italian K versus American K. Okay, so when we say ca in Italian, it is a strong K, but it's closer to voice. Now, what I mean by that is in English, we say ka, right, with air through the K, and it's highly unvoiced. Now, what is the voiced version of a K? It's a G, right? So if we did a little experiment and we went to ga, and we just take it to the point where it's unvoiced, ga, ka. Now that is the perfect position for singing in Italian, right? Ga, ka, right? So in this case, we have chi, right? Ɔcchi. We don't want to be ɔcchi, that far unvoiced. So you can practice saying ɔcchi, chi, and just finding that point where it becomes unvoiced. And that's the good Italian one for singing. Everything is beautiful about that, and the jaw position, the tongue position, everything. Okay, let's go on. Now, in Italian, you have to pronounce every vowel you sing. And in this next word, suɔi, you have an U, you have an A, and you have an E. The E at the end is what is known as a semivowel. It is not an invisible semivowel. It is there, but it's like a grace note, right? So you have U, A, E. Now the U is also a semivowel, right? Suɔi, right? Technically, you hardly use that U, right? It's almost invisible. Suɔi. Okay, so A is open in the middle. Does that make sense? Let's go on. Spuntɔ, right? So now a lot of words that end in final O with an accent on the last syllable, which is not a typical accent in Italian, will have an open O, right? So in this case, spuntɔ, right? Open O. Notice that the N doubles going into the T. So N's will double going into a lot of harder consonants. So I approach that N like this, spoon, spuntɔ, if I did it in slow motion. You see, so for double N, there is phonation. You actually have the note that you're singing on that N as you proceed into the T. Let's talk about Italian T. Again, you want to find the one that it's a dental, it is like a D, right? You want to find the one that is just at the point of being unvoiced, right? So if you think do, to, not toe. So you don't want spuntɔ, right? With the air going through. You want spuntɔ, right? Notice I did a very strong English American accent with the diphthong on the O and everything before. Okay, going on. Quelle. So closed E again. Quelle. All right, so there are E's that are on stresses that are closed. There are also E's that are open on stresses, right? So the stressed part of the vowel is the only part you actually have to look up. It can either be open or closed. There are no rules. You have to either memorize or look them up if you don't know it by memory. Things that are not stressed are closed. So anything that is non-stressed in an Italian word is either A or O. Okay, so we know that the unstressed E is closed. Quelle. Okay, so if you notice all throughout this aria, anything that is not on the stress will be a closed E or closed O. Let's go on. Festose. Okay, so the first S is unvoiced because it's touching a consonant. The second S between two vowels is voiced. Now that does vary a little bit in spoken Italian, but in lyric Italian, almost we're going to make Z's out of all of the vowels that are between. I mean, all of the consonants, all the S's that are between vowels. It's just better for singing. Okay, so festose. Now with the unvoiced S, the first S, when we speak, we can put it on the first syllable a little bit. Festose, you see. But when you sing, you have to be more careful with the distribution. Careful singers of Italian will sing festose. So the S will completely be on the next note. What happens if you don't do that? You go to the S early, now you've stopped phonating, right? Festose, you do not want that one. Festose. And that gives you more legato. Okay, going on. Giovani. Giovani, closed O on the stress. G-I-O is Jo. G-O is go. So the I in this case is a semivowel, right? Now not all semivowels are equal. They're written the same in IPA, but this one is invisible. It's just there to make the G soft. So it's not G-O, right? It's Jo. Giovani. Next, we have our first N assimilation. You might have heard me talk about this in the introduction. You have a V, and an N before a V will assimilate into the V. So watch me do it once. Iŋvidiar. Iŋvidiar. Now where exactly is that N, right? It's not in my mouth. I don't say iŋvidiar. I don't put the tip of my tongue on the roof of my mouth. It's just on the bottom lip. Now, we do this same assimilation in English if we say the word in fact, right? If you say it, just say it a few times. In fact, in fact. And note the position. Your bottom lip comes up to meet your top teeth, right? And then the N actually just gets formed out here. It doesn't, you don't say in effect, right? Unless you have a strong Italian accent. In fact, right? So same thing with iŋvidiar. So now if I do it in slow motion and I show you a little bit of a side view, iŋvidiar. Now, by no means are you going to do it that slowly and linger on it. It's going to go by so fast that we don't actually know that it's there. Iŋvidiar. You see how fast? Now, what would happen if you put the N in your mouth and then try to sing legato? Well, you'll have a shadow vowel. As you have to release your tongue to bring your V up to your top teeth with your bottom lip. Iŋvidiar. See, and that's not so pleasant to hear. So you want to keep it right there. Iŋvidiar. Okay, so that's your N assimilation. Now notice that you have E, yar. So two actual vowel E's, and the last one is a semivowel. Yar. Now, you're gonna see this. We tend to think of it as a Y. Now, when we think of that last semivowel as a Y, we have to be careful to not do it from the English Y position. And an Italian will actually start from an E. Okay, and I'll give you an example. The word yellow in English. If I say yellow, it's down there, right? Now, an Italian saying that same word would say Ciɛlo, starting from E, you see? So, iŋvidiar. Now, I made it into a real vowel, but you see the position. Iŋvidiar, not iŋvidiar. Don't drop for that final semivowel. Okay, going on. Sembrɔ. So this is a great word to demonstrate two principles. We have an accented O, which tends to open. And the accent is on the last syllable of the word. The E is closed. How many people have you heard open this O, right? Sembrɔ. No. We'd actually do it the opposite in the United States, right? Sembrɔ, right? Closed E, open O. Let's go on. So now we have what is known as a strong monosyllable. So here's another example of non-phonetic Italian. You notice that I've written out this sentence two different ways, and it's because of the strong monosyllables. The word che is a strong monosyllable. Now what I mean by that is if you have a strong monosyllable and the next word starts with a consonant, that strong monosyllable will cause the next word to start with a double consonant. So both the words che and ppiù are strong monosyllables, right? So speaking, I can say ppiù cercando, right? And that's a little ugly with both of those. So most of the time you're going to pick one, right? So you could either say ppiù cercando, or you could say ppiù cercando. Do you see what I did the first time? I did it as I've written it in the description box. I did a double P. Second time, I did a double ch, right? Double cercando. I doubled the first of that. One way or the other. If you do both, it's too much and it's ugly, right? And we don't like ugly things, right? Che più cercando, too much, right? Che più cercando or che più cercando. Okay, so CHE is K because of the H. CE is che. Ppiù, we have another invisible semivowel, but starting from the E position, not the Y position. Okay, so now next we have a gerund. Cercando, E, A, O. We practice our vowels. The reason for that is we don't want the first syllable to rhyme with chair in English, right? Cercando, that's what English speakers will do. It's che, E, A, O. Cercando. Notice that the R rolls, touching the consonant, right? And the N doubles going into the D. Next we have the word io. Io, the word for I. Now, a lot of pronouns have two distinct vowels, right? The first vowel is strong, and the last vowel is a grace note, right? Now, those of you who are Spanish speakers, it's not like yo, it's io, right? Very strong E and a grace note O. Small words like this VO, because they're accented, va, right? Va. Right? So, che più cercando io va, right? Now let's talk about the inflection of a sentence, right? Also the inflection of a sentence. So, Italian sentences that are a question require you to go up, right? But ones that are obviously a question, well, it's the ones that are that require a yes or no answer, right? So if it's a question that requires a yes or no answer, the inflection goes up. Now, a question that uses an interrogative word like who or where or how, as in this case, you don't have to use that inflection, right? So if I'm saying to you, are you going to go to Rome tomorrow? Io vai a Roma domani. I have to end up, right? So in this case, che più cercando io vo. I don't have to go at the end of the sentence, okay? So next, mama. So very easy for us to double the M, right? So let's talk about the difference between single M and double M. Double M, mamma, which means mother, right? Mamma, mama, right? Mama, she loves me, right? Mama. Okay, so what's the difference? Phonation, right? Mama, double M. Mama, single M. So now, instead of thinking about doubling and singling making the consonant single or double, just think about keeping the vowel generous. Ah, mama. And now you have it. Okay, going on. Lo is a weak monosyllable. It does not cause a phrasal doubling. So you would not say lo vedo with a double V. Lo vedo. Okay, does that make sense? So there are also weak monosyllables. Easier to memorize the weak monosyllables. And I've actually made a video that's linked in the description box about strong and weak monosyllables if you'd like to check that out. Going on. Un solo. Right? So if you have two words, one ending with a consonant, one beginning with a consonant, it kind of sounds like one word. Un solo. They kind of go together, right? So solo is a closed O, and it also has a single L. Single L is the same as double M, double N. You do it by phonating, double N, L, I mean, right? So solo, solo would be wrong, right? Solo, single L. Okay, going on, istante. Again, the S principle, right? You don't want istante, but istante. Somebody very, very smart, a director I worked with, told me that there are no short upbeats in Italian. That's a beautiful tip right there. All upbeats are long. So E, in this case, is a weak monosyllable. I palpiti. Notice that the L doubled. It follows the same principle as the N's. It goes into a consonant and you hold it in phonation. Palpiti. And look at where it is. It's not where American L is. Yellow down there. Yellow. It's up there. Palpiti. Okay, going on. D-E-L. Dale, not Dell, that's a computer company. Dale, so close the. Suo, it's a pronoun. It follows the same pattern as io. The U gets the accent and the O is a semivowel. Bel, so open E. Bel, bello, things like that. Bene, lots of good things and beautiful things have open E. Cor, open O, cor. Now final R, if it touches a consonant, will still roll, and in this case it does. Or if you just leave a word at the end of the sentence, it will roll, right? Rrr, like that. Cor. Okay, going on. Sentir. So this is short for sentire, right? The infinitive as an E. And in this case, the E is chopped off. The accent is on the E vowel, right? So the E is closed. Sentire, sentir. Now notice that the R in the infinitive, when I had the E on the end, it flipped because R's that are surrounded by vowels are flipped. So there's your rule. And we've now covered everything about R. Miɛi. So the word miɛi has an open E and it has two semivowels, right? One is invisible and one you can hear. Miɛi. One's like a Y and one's like an E. That's just a grace note, right? All organized by the Italians, ladies and gentlemen. Miɛi. Okay, going on. Sospir. So notice, we're going to practice this staccato first. So, spi, r. And then we link it together because nothing has anything to do with anything. Sospir, right? So if we start to meld things together, that's where we get into trouble and we have accent. Sospir, right? Then that's the bad thing, right? So, sospir. The last one, you make it legato. Okay, going on. We have the same N assimilation that we had in iŋvidiar. Now, the reason for that is for fricatives. So, V and F are exactly the same consonant, except for one is voiced and one is not, right? So, if I say va, voiced, fa, unvoiced. One is just air going through my fricative consonant, right? So in this case, the word coŋfondere is done the same way with the bottom lip. Notice that the N again doubles going into the consonant. All ere verbs, the conjugation, are closed. So coŋfondere, all, not one open vowel. Going on. Per does not rhyme with pear in English. Per pɔco, O, open O. Per pɔco. A suɔi. Again, we have a semivowel, uoi, and an open O. Sospir we've had already. I palpiti. Now the words are just the same, but they're in different order, right? So I palpiti, sentir, and then we have coŋfondere, I miɛi, and then a new word, closed, suɔi, sospir, and it's the same as before. Ciɛlo, open E, right? It's very easy when we do open E to do double L, right? And if we say ciɛlo, that's the instrument, the string instrument. Ciɛlo is heavens or the sky, right? Si può mmorir. So notice the M doubles because the word può is a strong accented word that will cause the phrasal doubling. Don't do too much, right? Si può mmorir. I just did very, very slight. Mmorir is the full word, right? Notice that the R in the middle of this word flips because it is surrounded by vowels. The final R is rolled. Mmorir. Going on. D, the preposition does not double. It is a weak monosyllable, but ppiù does. Di ppiù non chiɛdo. Right? So that's the whole word. Ppiù is a strong monosyllable. N-O-N is closed. Nnon. Chiɛdo. So a lot of words that have a semivowel before an E will open the E. Chiɛdo. And there are words in modern Italian that don't even have the semivowel anymore. In the old form they did. If you know that, it's a good thing to memorize that these are all open. Chiɛdo. And what's the danger? You open a vowel before a single consonant, you will tend to double the consonant as an English speaker. Chiɛdo, right? So you don't want to make that mistake. Chiɛdo. Okay, so now let's quickly just read through the entire text and try to get a really good sense of line. Una furtiva lagrima negli occhi suoi spuntò, quelle festose giovani, iŋvidiar sembrò, che più cercando io vo, che più cercando io vo. Mamma, lo vedo, un solo istante i palpiti del suo bel cor sentir, i miei sospir confondere, per poco a suoi sospir, i palpiti sentir, confondere i miei co suoi sospir. Ciɛlo si può mmorir, di più non chiɛdo. Thank you very much for watching. Please click the big red button to subscribe. It really helps me when you do that. And click the bell to allow notifications. Grazie mille per aver guardato questo video e noi ci vediamo nel prossimo. We'll see you in the next video. Ciao a tutti.